that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet pointed car.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a disc. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. This fielded at the 2. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Steps away to his left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
I got one. You're mine.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Down. 180. Check. 42. Here we go. Ain't no way.
This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
29.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Down. 180. White Monday down.
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Second and goal, one man in the backfield, that's Crowell.
Check. Frag down. Kill. Express. He's checking. Crash.
They get it to him running left. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Kill. Express. Rush in.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check three.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Adams has it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
First and 10, 43-yard line.
Watch the screen.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's another.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Blue 58, check 30. 24 is the mic. Hey. High 7. 24 is the mic.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers, the left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Hey, orbit. Box it, box it, box it, box it. You're trapped, you're trapped. No, check that.
And again, it's Rodgers. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. 3rd and goal, here's the option left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points, that would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, shoot.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the draw, Rashard. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Carr, wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line.
1st down, Raiders. Let's go, boys, bring it up. Now.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Martin. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Mike 51. He's scared. 51. 9.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr brought in over the middle by Graham. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These two franchises, very rich histories. This game, of course, part of the NFL 100 series. But the meeting that really sticks out from way back when is 1968 Super Bowl II, which at the time was known as the AFL-NFL World Championship game. But Bart Starr was the MVP of that game. He went against Darryl LaMonica, the Mad Bomber, the quarterback for the Raiders. Packers would get the victory just like they did the year before in the first. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2nd and 5 now. Carr to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his fourth touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a three-point game. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Good work, boys. Let's go. 7:34. 50. Hey, echo. Mike 50, Mike 50. Coming this way. Here we go. Slam. Raider one. Mike 50. Express.
Shotgun now for Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His second touchdown on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mike 4-2. 5. Here we go. Check. 42 to Mike. 637. Express. Let's go. That's it.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Rodgers going to run the option here left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
42, Mike 42. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike Express.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Man open left side. It's Williams. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Hey, we're good. 185. Mike 42. Rip left. It's got Mike 42. Mike 42. Express.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again to Jones. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He goes full extension, and he's got it. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, Delta. Express.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
93. Express.
From the gun, Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Grant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the